Good morning, Internet. It's January 13th, Monday, 2025. And this morning, looking at our to-do list, we're going to work on some vision stuff to get our LLM, to get our esteemed viewer to see what it is we're playing, what we're doing. I've got this. Oh, I gotta restart my screen capture. There we go. I have one of my favorite games open, Sea of Thieves, and I have, just to recap, I have downloaded the Llama3.2 Vision model, and here I am. I'm gonna see if the goal here is to try to get the Vision model to be able to recognize what's going on during the game, be able to comment on that. And so one of the first tasks that I'm thinking about doing is getting it to be able to recognize, identify specific fish in the game of Sea of Thieves. So like, let's go fishing and let's feed it some fish and see what it thinks. See if we can get them right. Yesterday, speculating with my friend Chris Rowe, I think if it is able to get that right, like the classifications of what kind of fish, these are Sea of Thieves fish. These are not real fish. It will tell us a little something about what it was trained on, because that's like a very specific names for fish. Anyway, so this example we're calling out to my local computer using the Llama3.2 Vision model, and trying to get in the habit of using this. So, local model, Llama3.2 Vision. I'm saying to the model, identify the emoji, only respond in the given emoji. And this big old block, this is a base 64 encoded image of a emoji. And so theoretically, let's see how it's doing this morning. This worked last night. And it's going through its warm up. You can see a lot of swap increasing. It jumped by gigabyte. After the warm up period, it gets much faster. We're going to let it think about that. But in the meantime, today's goal, and I only have 30 minutes, is to, I'm not going to, every time I run this, I'm not going to type out a base 64. I'm going to screenshot something. Let's start with just the screenshot of the title screen. And I want to turn this image into a base 64 quickly and get it to, and ask, I guess I want to be able to quickly write a script that I'm able to quickly feed in an image without having to base 64 it by hand, and the prompt. So we need a way to base 64 an image is going to be our first step. There's like a number of ways we could approach this as far as languages. I tend to always start with Bash just because it doesn't require, it's just running my system, not a lot of dependencies. It's as if I'm just running things on the command line, not overcomplicating things. So there's the Llama model, and Llama 3.2 can recognize emojis and spit them back at us. And if you're wondering what this long blob is, for every token that comes out, not every word token that comes out of the LLM, it's this is a packet, and its last packet was done. true. All right. So let's figure out how to base 64 an image. Let's I don't know right off the bat. Like I know the JavaScript API for that, like BTOA, that like global. But how to do that on the command line? Let's ask phi3 medium. It's probably going to be install something via brew. But it'd be nice if there was a standard library. Image magic, perhaps. Oh, the OpenSSL command has a base 64 encoding utility. Oh, subcommand. So OpenSSL subcommand encode. Let's see if that's an actual subcommand. OpenSSL encode help. Often dash help or option help is not actually. It's supposed to be the standard way to get help from a utility, but oftentimes it's not that. But things will be designed so that if they spit out, if you give it something it doesn't recognize, it gives you the help anyways. All right. Oh, it was the standard. It didn't complain. Okay. Anyways, I think I am getting usage for encode. It's an actual subcommand of OpenSSL, and this is great. It's not image specific. Yeah, it's file specific, right? And this library, I guess, needs to do this. Maybe it's how it sends. It's probably how it sends files when sending things over the wire. Okay. So it's suggesting a dash base 64. Oh wait, I didn't confirm that there's a base 64. I don't see it. My reasoning could be where its hallucinations begins. We are gonna just run it. Oh, there's an option. Let's just hope. All right, OpenSSL encode base 64 in allow the one from the screenshot from today, the 13th. And I'm not going to pipe it to a text file. Let's just print it to terminal. It did. It's a thing. I didn't see that base 64 in the documentation. Let's grep for it. We'll do that help again and grep for base 64. Why didn't that grep work? Is this not standard out? Was that standard error? Yeah. How to grep. Yeah, overwrite. Got to redirect. Redirect standard error to standard out. You can't grep on standard error. That seems silly. Yep, there we go. And grep base 64. Oh yeah, there it was. Looks like there's different ways to refer process base option capital A process base 64 data 119. Lowercase a option A perform base 64 encoding. Alias base 64. Got it. That's why I was not seeing it, because I was looking. Oh, I don't see that in. Oh, it was all the way. It was the first thing. I was looking at all these things down here. Valid cipher name values. Oh, those are ciphers. I should not have been looking in the cipher list. All right. Wow. 5.3 medium. Thank you. Spot on. So helpful. All right. So we've got our command for encoding. Actually, let's create a repo for this. Esteemed viewer. And we're going to create a image. A slurp image script. Hash bang bin bash is the file type. And our command and $1 in bash should be the second param. So let's make this script executable. Plus X slurp. And try it out. Whoops. No, I didn't like that. Let's verify. Oops. Comment out. And let's just run this from. Hi. Yeah, okay. $1 is it. Why didn't why did it just give me the help? Slurp. Desktop. It's just giving me help. What's the deal? Unknown option yet. Oh, it's not escaping it correctly. Quotes. Boom. Okay. Even though it looks like it's getting escaped, it's does bash not. The param system doesn't respect those escape characters, I guess. Or maybe some library has to do it automatically. Anyways, or maybe it's part of the terminal. It doesn't matter. Quotes is fixing it. Okay, now the second command. I'm gonna do this one biggle instead of creating. So I could either like pipe that to a file, temporary file, and then echo that output, cat that output into the command, but I'm just gonna do all in big one. Let's get our other handy command. Vim slurp. All right. So I'm pretty sure I can just template this into here. Using backticks, right? The other way to do is $paren, right? In curl. Invalid $ character after array element. Where is that coming from? Let's use variables. So evaluate this. File underscore encoded equals our jam. Let's echo file encoded out. In case this doesn't work. Preemptive debugging statement. And run it. Okay, well, different error. Illegal base 64 data at input byte 0. So right at the beginning, right? Maybe this base 64 encoding of the OpenSSL thing is not what we think it is. We could verify it by just throwing this into a web page. Let's do it. Let's see if a web browser can render this base 64 encoded. mess. Let's copy slurp. No. Let's base 64 encode. Oh, do I not have it in my history? All right, open SSL encode in base 64. Your image .j. Right. I actually have to give my image desktop. Okay, let's pipe that to a file. We're just going to call this index.html and then turn that into an actual web page. Doc type HTML. We're going to skip a bunch of stuff. Oh, I still have to have an HTML tag. And go to our body. Image tag, source equals. Help me out. Can show me the image tag example with base 64 in it. I need the prefix for the base 64. It's like data base 64 something something. Like data URL. Data image. How does the format matter? I wonder if the Llama server cares about the format of the file. If it only knows certain ones. Okay. Hopefully the line breaks don't make it invalid. Maybe they are. Maybe I need to get rid of the line breaks. Oh gosh. Boom. Boom. We're gonna start here. Oh, have I not installed npm on this machine and all of my commands? Yeah, I have not. Okay. There's like a basic HTTP Python server included with macOS. What's the command in macOS for the Python HTTP server? Oh, the Python 3 one is so much simpler. I'm used to the Python 2 one, a bit more verbose. Okay. And localhost 8,000. Yep, okay. The base 64 encoding of the using the open SSL encode subcommand is definitely doing the trick, and the browser is able to understand it. The Llama server, not so much. That example that I pulled was just like from image I pulled was just from like some random place. Does the file format matter? Let's try to put, let's copy this index HTML to index2 HTML. And let's get that other encoded image in here. And if I say that it's PNG, is it not going to work? This is just a shot in the dark to test if this is a different formatted image. Index2. There's so many lines in this file. How do I do that efficiently in Vim? Head index2 HTML. Yep, I'm gonna do this to index 3 HTML. Get the head, get the tail, append. Don't. Oh, is that append? Or prepend? It's append, I think. Index 3. Great. Now we have a reasonable number of lines. And I can paste that. Happy face in. Let's go to index 3. Yay! Smiley face. So it's probably a PNG. Asking macOS. Get info. Yeah, I think it's PNG. Okay. Could I be hitting a file size issue with this? Let's try to turn this smiley face back into a file. Encode it back into base64 using that OpenSSL command. Using our example script. Okay. And I have 5 minutes. Slurp. Desktop emoji. Same error. Okay. So something with my bash script. Let's template out the command and print that to console. I'm just rereading, making sure I don't have any glaring issues here. Oh. I bet I know what the issue is. I don't think the $sign file encoded is turning into, is templating out the variable in single quotes. It has to be double quotes. I think, in bash in order for a variable to get injected. And escape these. Oh man, I have a lot of double quotes I need to escape. Damn it. There's probably an easier way to do this. I'm totally gonna miss one. Yeah, now I'm just wrestling, escaping. It's escapism. What was the error again? I can't have new lines and string literals. In bash, how to fix. Oh, you know what? That's not from bash. That looks like that's from the API. Because it's in a JSON blob. If it was from bash, it wouldn't be putting it into a JSON structure. Dang. What am I doing? Let's do... Let's make this body a variable. And we don't need this anymore. And let's just comment this out for now. And let's do the reasonably sized thing. So this isn't gonna fill the screen. Emoji. File name too long. This looks pretty good. Oh. I wonder if these line breaks are gonna get JSON in trouble. The JSON parsing in trouble. Did not expect to see that. What said file name too long? The OpenSSL command? Oh, the echo command. The echo started seeing that as parameters. Maybe. Same thing. Yeah, maybe doing this in Bash was not a great idea. Oh. Well, it's not too late to... Well, it is too late today to do it in JavaScript or another language, but... yeah. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think whatever the sharp edges are in this and doing this in Bash is we can just quickly bypass that by using any other programming language. There's too many sharp edges. That's so funny. Is that coming from Bash? Does it think that there's a I'm echoing out the echo command. I'm just... All right. I bet if I replace the line breaks with spaces, that this will work. What is that, awk? Command to replace. Line breaks with spaces from standard out. Sure, TR. TR, replace new lines with spaces. Is our file encoded? Slurp. Desktop emoji. Echo file encoded. Let's just try running this. Oop. I forgot my backticks. There we go. All right. That's starting to look like what it should be expecting, right? Looks like there's some mess here. What? Oh, God. $ body equals. Oh, it was just freaking out on that line. I thought it was echoing this whole time. The whole time? All right. Found that issue. All right, now we can actually try to run this. We'll keep echoing that out. That's fine. And illegal base 64 at input byte 64. Well, let's back out of this line break removal nonsense. Because that wasn't the original issue. Invalid character break line in string literal. Yeah, that's a JSON error. Do the line breaks need to be encoded, actually escaped, and actually like in the text? Replace the line breaks with escaped line breaks. No. Let's try copying and pasting that command. Oh. Wait, what am I echoing out? Right. Command equals echo command. Let's try running this directly. Mm-hmm. Could not resolve host emoji. Oh, it's not getting... All right, too many weird things going on with Bash. Tomorrow we try, or Wednesday, we try rewriting this, just using some JavaScript. And I gotta install Node on this computer. And with that, I'm signing off. Thanks for watching.